This was recorded on March 6th. The plan was to get it out before Satar's birthday on March 16th, but, as you may recall, March was a whole thing. Then every other month after it was also a whole thing. In any case, it is currently September 4th, and the tracks have finally all been imported into a file to be edited. We appreciate your kindness in, as a Burger King email would say, these unprecedented times. Alright, okay, fine, yes, good. Let's get this show back on the road.
Andalites, your Torquazier, and Taxons managed to find some earbuds. Welcome to the Wonder Years. So all your animals rereading and eventual rewatching me. I'm Sarah, and I'm shutting down.
Oh, well, I guess it's just you and me, Seda. I'm Claire.
Oh, no. Well, I'm Seda, one half of this podcast.
How y'all doing? It's a Friday night. We got that. Hold on. I don't have any fingernails, so I'm having a hard time getting to this pop top. Hold up.
Grip it and rip it. There we go.
Drinking a Strawberita, baby.
Oh. No. Sarah,
I'm drinking a lot of water also.
Sarah, when I say this, I mean it so genuinely and sweetly. You are better than a Strawberita. You don't need that.
No, I have like other actual alcohol. Like I have like good beer in my fridge. I also just kind of wanted a Strawberita also.
I guess I understand that. I did entreat a
like
Corona
sometimes
recently.
Sometimes you buy like a 6-pack of a really strong IPA and you're like, I do want to drink this, but I also just kind of want something sweet to counteract it, and thus
it's too far left. It's too far to the left.
I was at a bar the other day, and I was just sort of spacing out, staring into the beer fridge, and I did see that Side Launch has recently put out a Margarita Gosa. And I did say to the bartender, I know I'm going to hate it, but I am going to try it. And she said, you might like it. And I said, I'm not going to like it, but I am going to try it. Not today because I'm sick, but someday. And I know I'm not going to like it, but I do have to try it. She said, some people like it. And I said, I won't, but I am going to try it.
You're just like, trust me, you're going to make a sale here, but it's just not going to be one that either of us are very happy about.
You don't have to convince me of this one. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
It's
it's
tremendous.
Apparently it's like a lime sour that's a little bit salty.
Oh, those are so Dogfish Head has one like that too.
Yeah.
And there's a local place called Indeed around Minnesota that put out like a salted lime sour. Not lime, salted plum sour, which was deeply strange. It was deeply strange. I mean, when I was drinking it, I was like, this is fine as a thing that's not a beer, but it's a beer, so I don't know.
Yeah. I do feel like maybe, I'm just worried that if I wait until it's warm enough to drink it on a patio, they'll all be gone because it's still the middle of winter here.
Yes.
So, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I have been very sick, so I haven't been drinking a lot. And this is a very shoved segue because I found this today. I opened my Evernote to take notes for Animorphs, the Animorphs book we read today for this Animorphs podcast.
Yes.
And I did see that I recorded something that I didn't remember doing.
Really excited to hear what this is.
So I've dropped an MP3 into the chat for the two of you. This was me in a fever trying to get to a nap after I'd been sent home from work early. It's me trying to make up a pun around the word official, but I was too sick and weak to write it down, so I recorded it. And if you just want to listen to it real quick and tell me how I did, I will drop it into the podcast itself, of course, so everyone can judge.
Professional, big, stupid, aquatic, wall, is an oaf fish hull. So, thanks. Now, maybe hall, like a instead of a wall, like a however you describe a hall.
You did such a good job, Seda.
Thank you. Do you think that I'll ever be popular on Weird Twitter for my puns?
You don't talk. You don't post about cum enough, so I don't think so.
Oh, true. I'm not horny enough for the actual online.
That's so true.
I don't know if I don't know if the actual. I don't know how horny Weird Twitter is. I think they just like to say cum a lot, but that might just be them saying them just like, you know, wearing the. I'm trying to think of the word. I'm trying to think of the word to describe what I mean, but I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's
like pretending to be into something you're actually into as a joke.
Yeah,
right.
Like it's the same way if you see someone posting about feet too much.
Right.
That's one of the reasons I wish you could see my physical stance changing as I'm talking about this. The fact that sucking toes has become such a common punchline is not funny to me and really sucks and is bad, because I think it's opening the door for people who are actually into feet, who are the people I would kill with my own hands, a way to joke about their perversions in public, and I hate it. I think it's bad. I think
very
it's bad,
bad.
actually, and I don't like it.
At least where I'm interacting with the internet, it is not as in vogue as it used to be.
Yeah, that was a really bad time for me.
Yeah. Oh, I have to imagine. For me, who has the normal amount of distaste for such a thing, it was pretty bad for me. So I can only imagine.
Speaking of distasteful.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes.
So this was, just going to test the waters here, the worst Animorphs book?
So, yeah. I mean, it had some things that I liked about it, but generally speaking, like, on a point scale, in the negative.
The thing about this book is, if you cut out the entire Civil War story and just turn in like a half as long Animorphs book, I would be completely down with this book. Like I don't think at least me personally, I don't have too many reservations with this book aside from like the huge big glaring asterisk that is the Civil War plot line.
Yeah, for me, I just also didn't like the other parts, so it didn't have anything for me, and
That's fair.
Was bad to me.
Right.
That's very fair.
I spent a little while genuinely staring at my bookshelf, thinking very seriously about coming into this episode with like a book of poems that I own, and just instead of saying anything about the episode, just every time there was a silence, starting to read a poem.
Right.
And seeing how long y'all would let me get away with that, because I just don't have anything. I think I might have two things to say about this book.
Right.
And that's about it.
For reference, we would have let you get away with that for the entire episode.
I was just going to say that.
No,
I was
I
going to
think
say
so.
much longer than you probably would have let either of us get away with that.
Yeah.
Like
fair.
outro music.
Yeah. Yeah, so this book is called The Resistance, which did make me laugh because I am online enough that that's funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The tagline on the front cover is, "What would you do if you lost your mind? To a yerk."
Again, nothing to do with the book itself. I mean,
No.
not really.
I mean, the yerks are in it.
Right. But nobody becomes a controller in this book.
Yeah.
That being a threat is only, like, mentioned as much as it usually is, you know?
Yeah.
And then on the cover, it does have Jake turning into a beaver, which is...
Now, this does please me.
Right,
I
yes.
will say. This does bring joy, actually.
I do really love like the jeans tail that you see on the second one.
Yes.
And the third one kind of looks like a Fernando Botero painting of like of a sickly young boy.
For sure, fully. No, it's very good. It conjures a more fun book than this one ended up being. You know?
Yeah. You put a beaver on the cover, I'm like expecting I feel like a beaver is not a cover you save for the last 10.
Beavers have a good energy to them, so I just kind of held on to that as long as I possibly could.
Is there a movie where maybe it's a camp movie where they just keep cutting to beavers building a dam? Does this ring a bell to either of you?
This sounds so fucking familiar.
It doesn't. I have to say I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, I can't remember if it's a serious camp movie or if it's like a Wet Hot American Summer. I don't think it is, because I think it's a serious plot point that they just keep cutting to like beavers building a dam, and then it's like, oh no, it got flooded.
I see.
I feel like I know this.
Really
I feel like I know
dedicated
this.
This also does feel... I'm just gonna go full conspiracy theory, against myself specifically, that they did this on purpose. They were like, hey, beaver, that's the Canada animal. Let's put it on top of the book that's all about a fucking U.S.-American war that's gonna make Seda want to die.
It's so bad. Oh my god.
Can I share DMs? Can I share DMs from our group chat that were received like an hour and a half ago? From Seda Shanks, the Kale Gay Cat. Y'all, I don't know if I can do this book. I'm literally just, God, so bored. It's taking me like 7 minutes to read each page of the second chapter. This is a nightmare for me. Real war, and it's an American war. This is the worst combination of things.
Truly, I mean, I was like, when I was, look, when it like had a new header for the new narrator, I'm like, you can't be serious with this.
You can't do this to me.
Oh my god, you should see my notes explode when we switched back from Isaiah's point of view to Jake's. I'm literally like, thank fuck. I thought this whole book was just going to be Isaiah. Holy shit, I was so scared.
If this entire book had just been Isaiah, I would have just been like, no.
We would have just given this one a pass.
Yeah, no thanks.
So, okay, the basic overview of this book, in quote-unquote modern day, the Free Hork-Bajir have realized that their valley is going to be under attack, and they decide, against Jake's advice, to stay and defend it against the artist formerly known as Visser III and his army. Mm-hmm. They set up a bunch of battle defenses. They fight. They ultimately sort of win because they morph beavers and flood the place to knock all the armies out. But ultimately, a bunch of them die and they have to retreat anyway. So it's like, okay.
You're right.
And then, meanwhile, back in, what is it, the 1840s?
Yeah, something like that.
There's a group of soldiers who are like Union soldiers who are joined by a bunch of formerly enslaved men who want to fight with them, and all of the white soldiers and townspeople are like, no, we'd never fight with a black man. And then they do, and then the narrator dies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Basically.
It's like, just the premise itself is like not good, but the way it's executed is just, you can't have a character say massa. You just can't.
No.
You can't do that.
Oh my god.
It's the thing about it that's really difficult is that they really are trying to make these narrative parallels between like actual real life people who were enslaved and these aliens who are being turned into like they're being used as parasite hosts.
Yeah.
In a way that's like, no.
and or a group of Trekkies who join forces with the Animorphs.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it doesn't really hard commit to comparing the freed slaves to either the Hork-Bajir or the Trekkies.
Yeah, they're sort of just like it's not quite committing, which is good in a way, but it is putting the two stories next to each other and going, It's like, you're not better.
No. And I was like, so I like was kind of hoping the entire Civil War story that is like, is something sci-fi gonna happen here to at least
I was like, oh, the Elemist is gonna pop up and like Jake's grandpa is gonna be like, and then I saw a weird little man and the tides turned on our town, but I died of the consumption anyway, or whatever.
Right.
But no. No, he's just a guy.
He's just it is truly just a little short story, like a little historical war fiction short story that I feel it was like trying to like amplify a sort of moral, right?
Yeah.
But
it feels like it's so easy to be on the right side of history 140 years later.
But the thing is, it's like whatever moral it was trying to amplify or theme for the book, I'll be as generous to call it a theme, it didn't need that sort of backing up. It was plenty clear on its own. And
sorry, go ahead.
Well, it just kind of ended up reading a bit like an essay you had to write for like history class.
Yeah. I have to add, of course I know the broad strokes of the Civil War due to I live on this continent and whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know the terminology super well. So at the beginning, when Jake's grandpa was like, we're fighting the rebels, I was like, is Jake's grandpa a Confederate soldier? Oh no, what is this gonna be? Oh no, which side is he on? Because I didn't know, because I hear rebels and I think probably the other side, but it turns out I was wrong.
That's natural.
I had to look it up.
Even as an American, it did throw me for a loop temporarily because when they said listen, when they said we need to keep this town in Union hands, I took that like labor union, like fucking disco. Like I played some Disco Elysium. There's a union you have to deal with in that game. And I just that was on my mind until I realized, oh right, Civil War, not like the Stoneworkers Guild.
Wouldn't that be fun though?
Yeah.
If Jake's great-great-grandpa had said laborers' rights instead of this.
Yeah, whatever he ended up saying here, which was a sort of mealy-mouthed, well, anti-racism is okay if it's war. Basically.
Right, exactly. There's a couple things that I liked, like Jake's mom asks him to clear out the basement, which is how we get this whole Civil War connection, because Jake's grandpa left Jake his uniform for some reason.
Yeah.
And then he he finds a bunch of Tom's stuff and just throws it in the garbage because he doesn't have a brother anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no. And we find out that Axe just like hasn't looked Jake in the eye since playing Nuclear Chicken.
Yeah.
That's gonna. I do not want to relish in the conflict of my children, but I am excited for the moment when that boils over into something.
Yeah.
I did kind of enjoy the sort of Jake's very brief perspective we got from him, which was something to the tune of, he shouldn't have done that. But I know that being in a position similar to that would have fallen on my shoulders probably, so I'm glad I didn't have to do it, basically.
Right, and I think he also even expresses pride.
Yeah.
That, like, Axe did a thing, but it still sucked.
Right. No one feels good about it, clearly. Another thing I really enjoyed was, I think at one point, halfway through the book, I think, Marco ends up calling Jake, Prince Jake, I think definitely sarcastically, but I did enjoy that on a different level.
Did you all see the thing where Marco like bats his eyelashes at Axe and is like, but then like 2 seconds later he's like, 2 seconds like he bats his eyelashes at Axe. He's like, oh, you're so cute when you talk smart. Yeah. And then on the next page he's like, oh, the Beavers have a cabin. Sounds good. Hot chocolate. Britney Spears and like Brandy, the girl, not the drink.
Girl, not the drink. It's like, okay, buddy.
But also Britney Spears.
Also Britney Spears, right?
Also Britney Spears.
Which is what a gay crush to have.
I know,
Marco.
right?
Come on.
Right?
There's a moment where, like, I misread a paragraph because, honestly, I was really trying to get through this book quickly because I was not having a good time. There's a moment where they're lowering they dig trenches and then they put Hork-Bajir kids in the trenches to, like, plant spikes. Mm-hmm. But I read it as them just putting Hork-Bajir kids in to act as pit traps. Like, oh, if they fall down on the kids, they'll fall on all their blades. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I saw the sentence where they were like, and then they pulled them back out. And I was like, oh!
I think I really liked about this book, and it's consistently my favorite thing across this series, is anytime the Animorphs like have to work with humans for whatever reason. Like, I always have just such a soft spot for that. Like, the Marco book is like, the last Marco book we did with his dad is like my favorite in the entire series, because that's all that it is. The scene at the camp where Jake turns into a tiger and Tobias turns into a hawk, and the camp is just like, what the fuck?
By the way, this is thrown away so quickly. They can morph clothes now.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
they can. They can morph jeans.
They can morph jeans. And they, like...
And this was the 90s, so those are huge jeans.
Exactly, that's so much to work with.
Oh, can you imagine?
There's basically campers like camping in the warpath, and they're like, we're gonna go scare them off with lies, but then they fail their deception checks three times in a row, and are like, fuck it, I'm morphing and rolling intimidation. Also fails, but with a advantage, yeah, like, and they're like, oh, actually, we're all camping because we posted on a Star Trek board together, and then we want to fight with you against the bad aliens because we love Star Trek. And also, by the way, there's like 2 adults and 10 kids, Animorphs. Let's recruit more children to our war.
So I like don't mind, or actually kind of quite like the sort of like, well, we have to tell normal people about this now, like that sort of energy. But also a bunch of fucking nerdy ass Trekkies is the worst possible thing, and the fact that Jake was just like, well, sure, we need the manpower. I'm like, from these like muscleless, like gangly, like
nerd kids, yeah,
like they're not. They like Star Trek. They're not going to help you. And then one of them dies.
The dad, like,
dies.
There's like a dad who's like, oh shit, you mean we could like die?
Yeah,
Fuck
like
this, kids, let's go. And the kids are like, no, they need our help. And the dad retreats and he dies. And it's like, cool.
Yeah, it's like none of it is good.
I just want to jump back a second because I really just wanted to just take a moment to just share the collective idea of envisioning like a horse morphing into a human, but the first thing to morph on it are Jinko jeans.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Do you think the jeans like morph with the body, or they're just like there when they're done?
They must.
I mean, if we're going by the covers,
right? So that is so troubling to me because genes is not DNA.
No.
Actually, I think you'll find that genes are DNA.
I guess I have to go.
because they spell because of the homonym.
Yeah. Comedy. I've been doing crosswords. I'm into wordplay now.
Not an excuse. Not an excuse for bad behavior.
Fuck off. How about the fact that I'm happy to do the Strawberita? Is that an excuse?
None of it is an excuse. It's all bad.
I am the bad things I do.
There's a moment where one of the Trekkies like takes a picture of the Hork-Bajir after being told, hey, this all has to be private. And Jake just completely straight-faced reaches into his bag, pulls the camera out, rips the film out of the camera, puts the camera back in, and the guy's like, good. Oh, yeah,
You got it.
Yeah, none of these people are trustworthy.
No.
You can't trust UFO nerds. You just can't.
A thing I did not know about this until I went on to Seropedia to check this out. The morph that he used, the morph that Visser 3, FKA Visser 3 uses in this book is the same as the one he used in the very first book.
Oh.
I wondered, because Jake does mention that he hasn't seen that morph since it all began. So I was wondering when that had happened, and that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When when Jake morphs a beaver, here's the sounds.
Oh, it's so good.
I skimmed it. I did not even look at it. I'm so excited.
The sounds go like this: swoop, thwump, ping, 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 poot, poot, thwump. That's how it sounds to turn into a beaver.
The poots are really something.
Poot.
To deal
ping,
with.
Ping, ping, ping.
Does that tickle you?
Yeah. I also like when they knock down a tree, but they do it wrong, and Rachel's like, "Rah!" She just turns into a bear to move the tree, and the real beavers are like, "Fuck this," and they leave. Imagine being those beavers. You're like, this huge bear just came and moved our tree for us. They're like, what the hell?
Wouldn't this book be so much better if it was just like 150 pages of fun with beavers? Just a bunch of beaver fun.
So much better.
Oh, that would be great.
Man.
But instead we have to spend half of this book in with the Civil War.
Which, like, I honestly don't even feel like we need to talk about, because it literally is just, like, every single time they go back, it's them being like, ooh, that general and all of his naughty men are coming.
Yeah.
And then, like, the Jacob who's like...
You should really write history textbooks, Seda.
I think so. Jacob, who's sort of like the spokesman for like the formerly enslaved men, is like, we'd like to fight with you. And then the leader of the soldiers is like, you can't because of race. And then they do that 1,000 times until finally he says, actually, you can. Take an oath with us. And then they fight and die. And that's it. That's the entire plot.
There is literally one thing that I want to note on, and it's just a line from that part that like jumped out at me. And it's when Isaiah, Jake's great grandpa, walks into the medical tent and just sees all like the dying and dead bodies of his soldiers. Just the line, I just lost it. The bodies of my detachment lay motionless, packed tight in the tent like sleeping sardines. That line just jumped out at me, and that's it.
I mean, it wasn't badly written. It was just fucking boring.
Well, the problem is it was written like war stories are written, and I can't stand them.
Yeah.
It really, like, I'm also sick, so I'm just extra bratty, and I
was
just like,
you're totally right. Because the thing is, it's like, any war with a trench in it is, like, gross. Like, it's so gross, and you just feel gross reading about it. And then you have to contend with, like...
Civil War race politics?
Racism for kids, basically.
Yeah. Like let's make the Civil War... Let's show kids that the Civil War was bad for everybody.
Yeah.
It's a shame because I think this book has some interesting stuff that it does with like Jake seriously gripping with like the futility of everything that's happening right now, and like that's kind of like there's been like a pallor over these last couple of books because the full scale war that the Yeerks have begun to launch.
Right.
But like Jake gripping with his like the fact that he's fighting what he sees as a losing battle and like coming to grips with his mortality. The end of this book actually hit me pretty hard. He like at the end of this book he returns home having like kind of won that fight in the valley, and he closes grandpa's book, and he says, how would my last page end? Or how would my last page read? How would my story end? I hope I have done my best. Yeah, I whispered, closing the book. Me too. Like, I think there's a lot in here. I think there's there's vestiges of good in here, but it's just completely tanked by the Civil War shit.
Yeah. Right, I guess. Like, that stuff could be interesting, I guess. But, like, it could have happened in any book.
Right. Yeah, so, like, I guess, B plot of this book does not lift up the A plot at all. It, like, weighs it down. Which is obviously not its intention. It's like, we're clever, we can draw historical parallels. And I'm like, yeah, war sucks. Like, it's, yes, obviously.
I feel like even if they still wanted to, for some reason, does it say that he's like a great? Because I don't think he would be that many generations behind, right?
I think it's just a great grandfather.
I'm saying great a whole bunch of it. I don't exactly know what.
No, I was just curious if it actually said.
Isaiah Fitzhenry is...
If they wanted Jake to find Isaiah's journal and then like be reading it while they're like setting up for this terrible trench war, sure, like have your parallels for some stuff, not for other stuff,
right?
And talk about the futility and like how dirty and dangerous it is and how you lose people and like some battles just aren't even meant to be won, and what does that mean for the war? For sure, whatever, do that, okay. But oh my god, the time travel.
It's so bad. It's so bad, and it just feels like I get it, you know? Like,
yeah.
Like you said, it isn't, the B plot they're telling is not a complicated story. And honestly, the A plot has a lot more going on, and I feel like it is not, it almost feels like the B plot, but maybe it's just because I was so like, am I really reading this while reading this, like, Back to the Future parts or whatever.
So I looked it up, by the way. So Grandpa G, which is Jake's grandfather, was the great nephew of Isaiah Fitzhenry, the Civil War guy. So that makes him like 5 generations above Jake, I think, which would make him his great
something
uncle.
Well, it's a nephew though. I don't know how that.
Uncle?
Yeah, it's fine. Oh yeah, uncles.
Oh yeah, uncles.
Oh yeah, uncles.
What were you were saying about the B plot that you were like, I can't even believe I'm reading this.
Well, it just felt so much louder than the A plot. With less going on, and less like I understood the dynamics that were happening. Like, it was not complicated. I mean,
I feel like they were like, we've given enough to like the dinosaur kids as an entryway. Let's give some to the weird kids who are really into the Civil War.
I guess that's fine, right? I guess that's like fine or whatever. It's not. I guess it's not inherently like a horrible decision to make. It's just a decision that I don't like, and also I feel like the things they had to say about real people and like racism is like a little sloppy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just want to, just a couple of things. I'm looking at Seropedia just for some stuff. I'm reading the Goofs and Inconsistencies tab, subsection. There's this really good sentence here, which is just, however, Tobias is aware of Star Trek.
I mean, yeah.
Also, a thing from the, maybe this is just me just having missed it. One of the major highlighted events in here is listed as, it is revealed that Jara Hamid and Ket Halpek have conceived another child. Do you remember that?
It is.
Yeah,
okay.
I think they point out at the end that like there's a bebe, and that the bebe survived, which is sweet. I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, that is sweet. Like, good for that baby. I'm happy for the family. Baby. But like,
you know.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Marco does call artist formerly known as Visser 3 the Earl of Evil, which I do love. He's
great.
Like the Visser Visser 1. What's his
Visser Thrawn.
Esthil?
Esplin.
Esplin comes over.
Can you send me that echoey, that file of me saying Esplin in a really echoey way?
Yeah, of course.
For whoever edits this.
Esplin like comes over the ridge dramatically as his like fire hydra spitting fire everywhere, and Marco's like, well, it's not a party if the Earl of Evil isn't here. And I was like, hell yes, hell yes, hell yes.
Honestly, Marco, whenever he was showing up, truly was firing on all cylinders in this book. In a way I really appreciated. So thank you, Marco, for being yourself.
I know that I feel like I was probably a little flippant earlier. So like, Richard, one of the few adults in this group of Trekkies, let his kids stay and which, now that I'm thinking about it, he just let his kids stay and fight a war while he left, which is fucked up. And like the kids survive, and then the dad dies, and my notes literally just get all caps like, Jesus Christ, the kids who stayed to fight, remember them, their dad died. And like we like see everybody like recovering, like the wounded are being bandaged and like put on carriers and like whatever, and then we just see these 2 human kids like staring off into the middle distance because they just fought in a war and their dad died. Okay, Animorphs.
Like, these humans, these weak, nerdy, like gangly, noodle-armed humans didn't need to be here. Jake could have just said no louder, right? You become a tiger and just like growl at, they will run away.
Trick them. Tell them, oh, we need you most with your big Trekkie brains to go do something else in town as backup. We need that very badly. Thank you. You'll be our Star Trek reference. Holodeck, something.
Yeah.
You'll be our bridge.
On the other
You'll
side.
be our bridge.
Yeah. It is like
Go post to fight off the evil.
Right.
Yeah.
It is like the moral of the story is war has casualties of like people who are not soldiers. But the thing is, these people truly didn't need to be involved. We're not adding anything to the fight, and did not seem to materially affect the outcome in any sort of way.
I don't know. There's like a snippet of like Jake just mentioned that like the what were the kids' names? Emily and Lewis, I think.
Yeah.
It's like Emily and Lewis up in the trees with the Hork-Bajir just fucking it up with the spears.
I mean, yes, but those could have also been. I mean, it's someone died.
I know.
It feels so entirely avoidable.
And I think it's especially jarring off the back of last book, which made this point so much better.
Yeah.
That people who are not directly involved are going to die. And technically, yes, those people were largely armed forces. And maybe they wanted to be like also civilians, but like it was like the moment where the kid who helped Marco dies in the last book is like burned into my brain was so effective.
Right.
And like my takeaway from this one was mostly like fucking Richard.
Yeah.
How did he even fuck up hiding?
Right. Oh my god.
Well, remember the thing that when because Jake is when like at the pre-battle speech, Jake is like, if there is a wounded, make sure to get them to safety. If the dead must be left, and if someone is killed, you must leave them on the battlefield till afterwards. And Richard bounds up and like still wearing his like bright yellow vest.
Yeah.
It mentions, and he's like, Mister, you just mean like stunned or captured, right? When you say killed, and he just like Jake just like I'm imagining. You remember in Spider-Verse where Miles puts his hand on Gwen's shoulder and says, "Hey."
Yeah.
I'm just imagining Jake doing that to someone who's like a half a foot taller than him and being like, I mean killed.
It is.
You die in real life, Richard.
It's so crazy because Jake could have not possibly been more clear about that at the get-go.
Right.
Because he's like, yeah, violence and like casualties. He's like so clear about it. He does not mince words. But Richard's like, it's just like in my fan fiction. And I'm like, so it would be one thing if this was like a teenager, you know, like historically with like bad senses of their own mortality and like, whatever. But this is
This is an adult man with two
children
who are old enough that he just lets them be. Like, he doesn't just scoop them up and is like, no, kids, we're not doing war today. And they're like, Dad! He's like, stop doing war, or I'll take away your N64. And they're like, no, Dad, we'd like to do a war. And he's like, oh, okay.
N60 war, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, okay, here, I got a theory for you. Richard didn't die, faked his death.
Okay. Is that it?
20 years later, well, not that much later, probably like a couple years later, starts a fan site for the Animorphs. Calls it Richard's Animorphs Forum.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You have ripped this whole thing wide fucking open.
Listen, the clues all match up.
That's why he's so insistent on telling their story. It says retribution for his cowardice when he could have helped them.
Yeah. And also abandoning his fucking children.
Yeah, by the way, those kids are just like gonna go home and be like, hey Mom, no, Dad's not coming home, no further details. Like, or like, is Mom gonna be like, is Mom gonna find out the whole story? Sorry to be so heteronormative, maybe it's another man as well, I don't know.
Fine.
It's gonna go home to Richard's spouse, and the spouse is gonna be like, so your dad left you to die, huh? And they're gonna be like, yeah, but he died instead. The spouse is gonna be like, I have conflicting feelings about this.
Because it's like, I mean, do you go to the police about that? Or, because ostensibly a murder has occurred, right? But it's an alien murder, but if, like, I believed in aliens, but if my children told me my spouse was murdered by aliens, I would not believe them inherently, right? Like, it would be like, possibly, but let's contact the authorities about this because my spouse is dead and has ostensibly been murdered. So it's just very troubling. Like, there's so many consequences to this, and I feel like it's not really brought up beyond the idea that, damn, sucks that someone died, right?
Yeah. I hope that Emily and Lewis join the gang now. Really, like, late-term additions.
That would be pretty sick.
Yeah.
Just useless children who like sci-fi.
Yeah.
Come be in our war, please.
Yeah.
Remember, you made one choice about being in war? Well, so did we, and now we're in war forever, and we're passing it along to you. Congrats.
Sorry.
Yay, fun.
Sorry, I just went to Seropedia for the Carpenters, just their entry. This is the second paragraph. However, Richard did not quite understand what Jake meant and thought that killed meant stunned or temporarily paralyzed or captured, parentheses, despite Jake's warning about spilled guts, severed limbs, and psychological horror.
Yeah.
Parentheses.
Right. Truly could not have been more clear. I don't think Richard knows anything. Well, certainly not anymore. But
No.
It's just it feels, this book feels a little maybe a little mush-mouthed, but also like sort of like shrugging in the face of like last week's book.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like it just, I mean, it's like, remember, well, also, but it just doesn't land. I don't know. I like a lot. There's certain things I like quite a bit about this book. Love the Beavers stuff. I can't emphasize how much I love the Beavers stuff.
Are great.
The Beaver stuff was so good.
But yeah, it's just troubled by a lot of other things, I guess.
Yeah, I was kind of, I got to admit, I was kind of disappointed to see like a book of this caliber in like the final 10. Like,
yeah,
burn this shit in the 30s.
Yeah, it's fine. They can't all be winners. Does anyone else have anything else left to say about this book?
Let me just scroll through my notes real quick, double check.
I'm trying to find a movie where the Beavers are building a dam near camp.
Important.
And it's just asking me to watch the movies Zombievers.
It's not by any chance Camp Beaverton Meet the Beavers,
Camp
is it?
Beaver. No, the Beavers are not main character.
Okay. Then I have no idea.
Here's a related search. The Zombievers cast. Bill Burr.
Interesting.
I'm so tired.
Hey.
All right, let's get to some questions. Wrap this up so you can get to bed. Okay, so we got a question here from apologies for mispronouncing this, at Orba Dia Aaron, who wants to know, what Star Trek races would each Animorph be? I've not seen Star Trek.
I've not seen Star Trek. I know fuck all about Star Trek. I might be able to answer this about Star Wars.
I know Klingons. I know the Borg. That's kind of it. I know Officer Troy is some kind of alien, but I don't know what she is.
There's the kind that Spock is. I think they're called Vulcans.
Vulcans, yes, thank you. Okay, so just based off that, I think is Rachel being oh my god, I just said it, but I can't figure out the word.
I think they're all human, because humans also exist.
I mean, that's fair, but like also Rachel would probably be the this is driving me. This is Klingon. The Klingon. Jesus Christ.
But that also means that Jake has to be, because they're related.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Jake can be little Klingon as a treat.
Is it a treat though?
No.
No.
Okay, but here's one I think at least you two will have unlocked, because I don't. At Heavenly Evan wants to know, what D&D classes would each Animorph be?
We've talked about this so many times.
We almost started talking about it last week, didn't we? And then we were like, referred to previous episodes.
I don't remember what those answers are.
Well, I think Jake Paladin, maybe. Cassie
Or
Rachel.
Axe.
Rachel Warrior?
Barbarian for sure. Yeah.
Marco Bard?
Who's Bard?
Yeah.
Marco Bard.
Yeah.
Cassie Cleric.
Tobias
Or Druid.
Or Druid is so much better, yeah.
Is Tobias a ranger?
Ranger, Druid, Monk.
Yeah. Druid or Ranger.
Warlock if we're going sort of his emo roots.
Warlock would be so fun, truly. I think that, yeah.
And his patron would be his Andalite dad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
His Dandelight.
Dadalite.
Listen, I'm all the way through this Strawberita. You have to be nice to
Does
me.
alcohol make you pun?
No.
I think you might be learning something about yourself, which is that alcohol makes you pun.
I mean, I was doing puns before I started drinking.
Yeah, but you seem to be more committed to them than you should be.
You know what? You got a point. God, I'm fucked up off the Strawberita.
I feel pretty good about our answers there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I can commit to that sort of vibe.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
No, that'll do it.
Cool. Hey, Sarah, if someone wanted to support the show, where would they go to support our show that we do to support it?
If they just wanted to, if they wanted to follow us anywhere, they could go to. We're at the Wonder Yerks on Twitter, and do we have a Tumblr? I can't remember.
We do not.
We're at the Wonder Yerks on Twitter, and we also have a Gmail. If you want to email us, I think we have that Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to support the podcast, fearbaiting, patreon.com/fearbaiting. Is where you can go. $1 a month gets you bonus access, early access to the episodes when we get them up early for both this and our sister podcast, Fear Baiting. $5 a month gets your name right on the podcast and a.
Am I supposed to be sending you Wonder Yerks episodes early if they're done?
Oh,
because I've never done that. Sorry, I can talk to you about that another time.
It's fine. I guess so. Yeah, I hadn't discussed that. So that's not on you. That's on me for not saying anything. Okay. So $1 a month gets you early access to our episodes when we get them done early. $5 a month gets you a message right on the podcast. Get your message and name right on this podcast. $10 a month you get to demand that we watch a movie for fear baiting. Sorry, I'm really fucked up on the Strawberita.
It's okay.
Thank you very much to Michael Kaiser, Paul Moran, Kit Spindler, Paul Bechtel, and Ducky Aisha. We love you all so much. If you want to find me at SunhatZhenya on Twitter, SunhatZhenya. That's also my Twitch stream where I've been streaming a little bit more lately.
Mild interjection that this was indeed recorded 6 full months ago, so please keep that in mind when time-based adverbs are employed.
And also listen to me on Fear Baiting, as well as Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, which are both podcasts hosted under the Noisepace.xyz umbrella. Thank you very much to Matt GameCube, our podcast overlord, for that.
Yes.
I think that's everything for me. Blair.
Hey, it's real easy to find me online. I'm just Blair Kitch on Twitter. And that's it. Hey, Seda.
I've got diseases. You can find me on Twitter at nudity with an EA instead of a Y. You can listen to my other podcast where I solve problems with songs at Musical Mole on Twitter. And you can check out my music at gaygothvibes.online or pilotingtheanimal.bandcamp.com, where I just released a 35-minute long song for Record Production Month because I'm stupid.
Oh, fuck yeah. What was that? I'm going to listen to that. I'm pulling that up right now. What was the URL?
Pilotingtheanimal.bandcamp.com. I'm releasing something on it every month this year, theoretically.
Fuck yeah. All right, yeah, I'm going to listen to all that shit. Is that everything?
That is everything. We will...
Awesome.
I'll carry us out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where
there was one set of
I'm just realizing I'm the only one who's, not ill or... It's fine.
Or fucked up on Strawberita.
No, or illnesses.
My brain's a Strawberita.
Hey, catch us again in 2 weeks with book 48. But until then, I have been Blair.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Zeta.
And remember, keep your hand,
on the Escafil device.
On the Escafil device. Yes, thank you, Sarah.
Good night.
Bye.
Yeah, it helped that we only had about half a book worth of content to talk about.